Generally, Ross products are made to a little different standard than what you might see in most average other companies. We tend to not sweat the small stuff as much. We tend to want to make a more quality product that's going to last for many, many years, decades typically.
Ross as a whole, being an OEM, specifically Ross Engineering, has the ability to start a project, work with the end user to design with them the custom criteria they need, and then formulate a mixer specific to their use.
We're self-sufficient here. We don't really rely on outside vendors. We manufacture most everything that we supply. We do very little purchasing of a part just to play the middleman and ship it on out. When somebody needs an OEM replacement, most of the times it's manufactured right here.
Here at Ross Systems and Controls, we have a passion for customer support and service. We know it's important that if our customers are successful, Ross is successful.
I think that's another thing that sets us apart from a lot of our competitors, is that we will say yes to almost anything, it seems, and sometimes to our detriment. But we're not here just to produce something and put it out the door. We're here to put out a product that will solve the problem for that customer. And that may sound like some sort of marketing spiel, but it's really the truth. After our salespeople get done selling the initial aspect of the product to the customer, we then take over and start looking at the product and what the customer really needs as compared to what they were sold.
Now that could be one of our standard, already adopted mix systems, which can process a myriad of materials that many customers need, and they don't have to have a special mixer. Or we can gauge and determine custom features for their specific task.
Once the package is released for production, they'll make the copies and they'll distribute it to, whether it's the machine shop, if it's machined items involved, piece parts, which just makes like the subcomponents.
We can build custom controls to specific needs for our customers. We have to know things like the environment it's going into, the temperatures of the rooms and things like that we can engineer around to build the controls. And we take that from scratch and we design it on the computer and they assemble it from the ground up.
Here at Ross Engineering, we receive a sales order for a particular product line to be manufactured.
We'll establish an individual to do the drawings, make contact with the customer. They'll make out a bill of material, a parts list.
Once that's done, it becomes an approval drawing, goes out to the customer. There's a back and forth between the customer and us to finalize that. And once they give the okay, then we start doing the detail engineering.
At which time a job package is created showing the individual parts that are required to manufacture that part or product.
And then it'll go through our shipping and receiving department to see what purchased items we have in stock, what we don't.
So it goes through many steps. And the process there, of course, is to make sure that we can make the parts as efficiently as possible and we're not missing something.
At that point, the job is distributed for the responsibilities of each of our departments to manufacture these parts.
You're then going through the fabrication process. The fabrication process is both the machine shop and the welding, and then of course into polishing it after all that is done.
Once these parts are manufactured in their entirety, they will be ready for our assembly department, where they will be assembled into a final component, whether that be a mixer with a tank, or a tank only, or a parts order.
We'll use stainless steel in places where our competitors will use carbon steel.
We do exotic alloys.
Parts like variable frequency drives.
We'll beef up areas. We'll use a 1/2-inch thick plate rather than a 1/4-inch thick plate.
We use AL6XN for a lot of the X series rotors and stators.
High quality paint, high quality bearings, high quality everything will go in there.
We use a considerable amount of like Hastelloy, like an alloy C276.
HMIs, which is human machine interface, touch screen.
For us, we're looking at what will last and what will give us a reputation in the field that will bring our customer back to us the next time.
I've been here 25 years as of last month.
I came here in July of 1987, so I would say 34 years.
36 years.
And showed up here about 25 years ago.
From the fabricators to the machinists, to the polishers, to the painters, as well as the assembly technicians that put the equipment together. and then those that ship the units out.
Our goal is to make that person, whoever buys our equipment, to look like the smartest man in the room when that thing hits the loading dock.
I hope we can be of service to you, sir.